Hi everyone, today I wanted to talk to you about a topic I get asked about a lot again, and I always say that, but I get asked about a lot of topics, and this is one of them. What if it's not OCD? This is something that most people who do have OCD worry about from time to time, because when you get a thought, it feels very real, and to believe that it is OCD and to dismiss it is very difficult because you won't really believe it, but to choose to dismiss it it's tough because you think, well, what if it's not? What if it's not OCD? But as a rule, and you guys have to trust me on this because I mean, I do have the experience of getting over OCD myself as well as helping many other people get over OCD for years now, right? So I'm telling you, I've never seen a person worry about what if it's not OCD and then it actually turns out to not be OCD. It just doesn't happen. Whenever you worry, what if it's OCD, it is OCD. It's just how your brain is reacting to it. Because if there was a real situation, you would think, how do I deal with this? What do I do? You won't think about it in terms of, oh, maybe this is an OCD thought. Think back to something that happened to you on like maybe something traumatic or something serious. You never doubted it as possibly being OCD, even if you didn't know all the details or remember all the details or whatever. You never doubted it as being OCD. You doubt this as being OCD because it is OCD. So it's just one of those things that you cannot convince yourself of it. You have to remember it as a rule, because the more you try to convince yourself, the more questions will come up, because you're fighting against your own brain. You are just as smart as you. You're not smarter than yourself. So you will not be able to win against yourself. The more answers you come up with, the more questions will come up with it. The trick is not to ask any more questions, not to dive into it, not to try to dissect it. Just say, this is OCD. I know this based on what Ali was saying, based on the fact that maybe I've had this thought a few times already. Even if it's a new thought, then just say based on what Ali was saying, and I'm choosing to move on. You don't have to believe it, you don't have to trust it, but you do have to choose to move on. And when you say I choose, it's a very nice out, because you're not asking for proof. You're saying that you are making a decision, saying I choose to move on. I'm making a decision to move on. I don't need proof, I don't need anything. I'm making a decision. If that decision turns out wrong, then I will deal with it. But right now I'm choosing not to deal with it because I know that nobody else has ever had to deal with it in the future, because it never came true for anybody. So that's what you need to kind of say to yourself every time you get those worries of what if it's not true. And it's very important that you always say that to yourself every single time you get these thoughts, in order to reprogram your brain. So thank you again so much for listening to my videos, and I hope they've been helpful. If you would like me to talk on any specific topic, you can email me or make a note below in the comments, and I will make a video on that. You can also visit my website, youhaveocd.com, and on there you will find ebooks about specific types of OCD, as well as some of the more general questions answered. Also, there is a lot of free information. There's a recovery program with me, so please check that out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.